Welcome to the audiobook of Shift, 10 Mindset Shifts for the Great Awakening by me, Thomas Godfrey. This is the introduction. This book is dedicated to Claire for believing in me when I didn't, Oscar and Oliver for teaching me to be kind, Will for showing me what I couldn't see. You, dear reader, you are enough. Foreword from Will Mellors Blair. In the ever-evolving realm of computational neuroscience, where the mysteries of the human mind are decoded through algorithms and neural networks, I've dedicated my career to understanding the intricate dance between biology and technology. My passion for this field stems from a profound curiosity about the inner workings of the brain and the incredible potential for harnessing this knowledge to enhance human experience. As advancements in psychology continue to unfold, we find ourselves at the precipice of a revolutionary understanding, the ability to transform our lives through meticulous mental modeling. Mental modeling, grounded in both scientific research and experiential wisdom, offers a powerful framework for personal development. This process involves creating detailed representations of our thoughts, behaviors, and emotions, allowing us to simulate and refine our strategies for achieving desired outcomes. By engaging in mental modeling, individuals can systematically rewire their neural pathways, fostering new habits and perspectives that align with their aspirations. The science behind this is both fascinating and empowering, demonstrating that with diligence and intentionality, we can transcend our current limitations and manifest our highest potential. My journey into this profound realization was significantly enriched through my encounters with Tom Godfrey. Over the past year, Tom and I have met weekly, co-creating a comprehensive framework for mental mastery. Our collaboration has been a testament to the power of shared vision and mutual respect. Tom, an author and founder of Remarkable Insight, embodies a rare blend of diligence, self-awareness, and the ability to integrate both spiritual and scientific teachings. Witnessing the positive transformations in his life has been both inspiring and affirming. Tom's approach to mindset coaching is not just theoretical, but deeply practical. In our early discussions, he introduced me to his innovative mindset coaching framework, a system designed to unlock the latent potential within each individual. Through rigorous deliberation and creative exchange, it became evident that Tom was destined to champion a robust, duplicatable methodology that could be scaled worldwide. His commitment to this vision and his unwavering dedication to refining and perfecting the process have been nothing short of extraordinary. It is with great honor and gratitude that I reflect on my role in this journey. The culmination of our efforts is encapsulated in the book you now hold in your hands, Shift, 10 Mindset Shifts for the Great Awakening. This work represents a new age iteration of The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard, offering a fresh perspective on the timeless principles of personal transformation. Tom's Shift methodology is both universal and accessible, providing practical tools and insights that can be applied by anyone, regardless of their background or current circumstances. The 10 mindset shifts outlined in this book are more than mere concepts. They are actionable strategies for realigning your mental and emotional landscape. Each shift is designed to guide you through a process of self-discovery and empowerment, helping you to break free from limiting beliefs and habits that no longer serve you. As you embark on this journey, you will find yourself equipped with the knowledge and techniques to create lasting change in your life. Tom Godfrey's ability to decode complex ideas and present them in a clear, relatable manner is one of his greatest strengths. His holistic approach bridges the gap between spirituality and science, offering a comprehensive roadmap for personal growth. Through his teachings, you will gain a deeper understanding of how your mind works and how you can harness its power to achieve your life's desires. I am excited for you, the reader, to embark on your own journey of transformation. The principles and practices contained within this book have the potential to shift your life in profound ways. As you engage with each chapter, I encourage you to approach the material with an open mind and a willingness to experiment with new ways of thinking and being. In conclusion, Shift 10 Mindset Shifts for the Great Awakening is more than a book. It is a guide to unlocking your full potential. I am confident that through diligent application of the Shift methodology, you will experience the Great Awakening that Tom Godfrey envisions. May this book serve as a catalyst for your personal evolution and a beacon of hope on your path to self-mastery. With sincere gratitude and appreciation, Will Mellors Blair. Shift 10 Mindset Shifts for the Great Awakening by Thomas Godfrey. Preface from the author. Welcome to Shift. As a transformational mindset coach, many of my coaching clients have reached a point of somewhat desperation when we work together. Perhaps my greatest realization as a coach, where my clients finally come face to face with their own vulnerability so they can grow from it, is that at the very essence of our being, we are all the same. This book serves as a framework of 10 mindset shifts you can make right now, right here, today. These shifts come from 3 primary sources of inspiration. The great teachers of human potential on whose shoulders this methodology was built. My own experience of lasting personal transformation, and emboldened and deepened by the personal transformations of my coaching clients. We all have strikingly similar limiting beliefs holding us back, most of which are the result of us falling into the trap of identifying with the character we have built. One thing is for certain, you don't have to wait for desperation like I did to make changes. Take action today and you will never regret it. I promise you. Thomas Godfrey, author and founder of Shift. Contents. Prologue, Lost to Found. Chapter 1, Thinker to Observer. 2, Excuses to Accountability. 3, Motivation to Consistency. 4, Victim to Creator. 5, Reacting to Responding. 6, Adding to Letting Go. 7, Fear to Faith. 8, There to Here. 9, Me to We. 10, Knowing to Unknowing. Epilogue, Judgment to Discernment. This book is for you to reconnect with your power within unconditionally. Nothing is more powerful than your awareness of your true nature. Prologue, From Lost to Found. Please help me, God. I'd never cried out to God before. I was never religious. I'd grown up being highly skeptical of organized religion. Right now, though, I had run out of ideas. I'd broken down crying. I was at home alone, sat on our bed, and I'd had enough. I don't know whether I found God in that moment, but when I was completely lost as to what to do next, face to face with despair, I called out for him. I was unhappy, unfulfilled, lost. I was grateful for Claire, my beautiful wife, and for our 2 young sons, Oscar and Oliver. But because I wasn't happy, I felt I didn't deserve them. I felt ungrateful and unworthy because I should have been happy. I had a beautiful family, a good job, I was close to my brothers, I had a few close friends, many acquaintances, a respectable career, but it all felt so hollow. What was it all about? What was I missing? I'm not sure what happened after this moment, but I don't think I ever felt that desperate again. I certainly opened my mind and my heart to God after this. How could I not? Perhaps in this moment, I also acknowledged my own weakness. By asking God for help, I finally took the pressure off myself to have all the answers and surrendered to something far greater. The eye of the storm. I've never found the courage, or perhaps felt free from the shame, to be able to share this before. It's time. This needs to be shared. It's important. I know what it's like to think you want to end your own life. I don't share this lightly. I don't mean to disrespect anyone. I'm merely sharing this from truth, in the hope that this will resonate with you as you are reading it. If this one thing can have a light shined upon it, it might make a difference simply by bringing someone back from the brink of total darkness and into the light. There is a suicide epidemic in the Western world. I don't pretend to know the reasons for it, but I do know what it's like to get to that point where all you want is for the suffering to end. How can I possibly say this? Because I've been to that point in my mind. I cannot say that I would have ever had the courage to go through with ending my own life. That would seem like a hollow claim, since I'm writing this now. What I can say for certain is that I've experienced a place of such despair inside of my own mind that I believed I was left with a very simple choice. Perhaps the most simple of all choices: continue or don't. I guess I was where alcoholics refer to as rock bottom. It couldn't get any simpler, could it? I love my wife. I'm deeply grateful to have met such an amazing woman, and that she would choose to spend her life with me. I am blessed. I love my sons. I love my family. This wasn't about being ungrateful for my life outside. This is about acknowledging that there's an entire world inside of your mind. If you fall into the trap of getting lost in, it's possible that you might end up in that same place I did. That place so many never come back from. The peace of the void. The tragic irony here that I will attempt to articulate is that perhaps the very thing that finally convinces someone to end their own life, the longing for peace amidst despair, is itself only possible by feeling that very peace in the first place, by imagining the ending of your own life. When I imagined what it would be like to let everything go, to no longer be afraid, confused, lost, overwhelmed, when I allowed my mind to venture to that place out beyond suffering, the place beyond everything I knew, and to face that place that seemed to be called death, in that moment is where I found pure peace, silence, calm, nothing and everything, the endless void of oneness, pure light, pure bliss. Except death had nothing to do with it, because whilst experiencing that great release in all its perfection, I was still right here. Here's the irony then. Thinking of death is what brought peace. So the assumption could understandably be that the only way to find peace is through death. My conclusion was different. I experienced that pure peace whilst I was still alive. If only for a split second, I still experienced it within me. I felt it. Then I reasoned that if I had experienced it once, I could experience it again. Peace existed within me. It was right here, right now. And I instinctively knew it had nothing to do with me, the human that is known as Thomas Godfrey. Perhaps now that I'm articulating it for the first time, this is indeed the driving force for this entire book and my reason for helping people as a coach. To shine a light on this one simple idea: the world of your mind is not real. and leveraging this idea to serve humanity is at the heart of this book. I always knew that the peace I found within me had nothing to do with me, which is why I knew it was so powerful and could therefore somehow be leveraged to serve humanity. So here we are, and here is Shift. This is the truth that sits at the heart of everything I've done since that moment. If you can imagine it, you can experience it. I'm here to say that the world of the mind is not as real as it seems, that the choice between despair and peace does not have to be the choice between life and death. And this was the great discovery I made, that inner peace isn't the end, it's the beginning. And it's within you right now, whenever you're ready to stop looking out there and look inside. It doesn't even matter how you get to this point, as by then it's kind of immaterial, isn't it? If this is the place you end up, this is the part that matters most. Realizing that this place called peace is found right here in this thing called life, not just imagined to be found in that thing called death. That's true liberation, however you come to it. The identity trap. How I came to this point seems to me to also be immaterial, but us humans seem to like a backstory, so I'll share what feels relevant. I had been playing a character. I'd been playing a character, and I was exhausted by it. Not in a disingenuous sense, as if I was intentionally deceiving people. It was more that I didn't ever consider that I didn't have to follow the path I had been following for so long. To continue along the path on which I had found myself meant maintaining the character I had developed along the way. I didn't like who I had become, but I also didn't know how to change. I felt stuck, like I was in too deep, but I couldn't see a way out. I thought that was my lot. I never considered I could change it. It felt terrifying to consider the possibility I don't really know who I am. Who am I if I'm not this character I've become? Welcome to the identity trap. Is this it? I'd always felt like I was missing the point somehow. For as early as I can remember, I struggled to understand what it all meant. At school, memorize this information, repeat it back, get a gold star. Is this really it? Then at work, turn up to your job on time, don't upset anyone, complete this task, get your paycheck. For so long I'd been following this path which I thought I was supposed to follow, which I thought was the path of success, basically measured by job title and salary. I was a 25-year corporate employee. I'd worked hard to achieve career success. At least I'd worked hard building the character who was able to play the corporate success game well. I had a varied career path through management accounting, commercial analysis, sales leadership, mental health care. I was always seeking that next thing as if I'd know when I found it. But all I knew for sure was I hadn't found it yet. I don't know what it is, but I know this isn't it. I had climbed the corporate ladder, held budget responsibility for hundreds of millions of pounds of revenue. I finally made 6 figures, which I couldn't have believed as a teenager who fell out of school with a couple of poor A levels. I was proud for a moment, then I realized how hollow I felt. What was I chasing after? I realized I was going to get to the end of my life and ask myself, what if I'd found out what I was really capable of? Looking ahead to the prospect of looking back on life with regret hit so hard that I couldn't continue. And not regret at the mistakes I'd made, as much as regret at never finding out who I could have become. Regret at all the things I could have done but didn't have the courage to. Something had to change, but I had no idea what that looked like. My fear of the unknown was, for the first time ever, eclipsed by something greater, by the fear of future regret, of never finding out. So I stepped away from my safe, respectable career into the void of the complete unknown, determined to find out one way or the other what I had to offer the world on my own terms. Human potential. I had long been fascinated by the power of human potential. This idea that we each hold an immense creative energy within us, a remarkable force that most of us have never really been shown how to access, how to harness. Potential, by its very definition, has to be unlimited, since it represents everything that can be imagined that has not yet been realized. By extension, then, it seems reasonable that you have direct access to unlimited creative potential through your own mind. If this feels a grandiose claim, try and think of something which cannot be conceived of in your mind. It isn't possible. So if you can think of it, it's possible that you can realize it. Everything which exists in the physical world first existed in someone's mind. It had to. It couldn't be any other way. Everything that has ever existed in human history, architecture, art, engineering, technology, has been created twice. First on the mental plane as an idea in someone's mind, then on the physical plane as a tangible reality. Thought comes first, matter follows. Believing is seeing. The mind is such a remarkable tool of infinite creative potential, and you have it at your disposal right now, just awaiting your instruction. The greats. I studied the great teachers of human potential for many years. Neville Goddard, Bob Proctor, Abraham Hicks, and too many others to mention. Inspired by their teachings and placing faith in something I couldn't quite articulate then and perhaps still can't now, I decided to qualify as a transformational mindset coach. It was time to help others to unlock their own unique potential from within. I launched my coaching practice armed with nothing more than a belief that the answers we are seeking can always be found within us. We just need to be ready to ask the right questions. Perhaps you too have fallen into the identity trap to some degree, falsely limiting your true potential by your stories, your memories, your labels, your beliefs, your personal narratives about who you are not. How many times have you said, "I'm not one of those people who"? Probably far more times than you realize. What is it that makes that statement true? I'm not one of those people who. Other than your insistence on saying it and acting like it. Today, as a professional mindset coach writing this today, I have had the absolute privilege of helping hundreds of people to ask the right questions of themselves, to unlock their own unique potential from within. I've worked with professionals from all over the world, from CEO to intern, from all backgrounds, with all levels of experience, across many business sectors, people of all ages and both genders. Witnessing the transformative experience of so many of my coaching clients has enabled me to write this book in the absolute faith that a great many more people who read it will resonate with and benefit from the shifts contained herein. Clarity is your birthright. This book gives you, dear reader, a blueprint for clarity. Clarity of yourself primarily, which has to come first, since you experience the world through your own unique lens, your own personal collection of beliefs. The outer world you find is so often little more than the one you expect to find, the one that you believe exists. Clarity of self, it turns out, is as much about realizing that you are simply not the person you thought you were, as it is about discovering your true nature and purpose. Quote, "You are not who you think you are." Ben Hawkes. When you begin to find clarity of yourself, you open yourself up to finding clarity of others, since underneath the character, the habits, the beliefs, the stories, the hopes, fears, and dreams, it becomes apparent that we each have the same pure, unfiltered awareness at the very core of our being. Then comes clarity of purpose. When you begin to understand yourself, which allows you to understand others, you finally get to understand how you can best leverage your unique energy to make an impact so that others can benefit. You are here to share your gifts with the world, to add value to the collective, to make an impact in the way that only you can. Escaping the identity trap then brings clarity of your true potential, and with it your true nature. If you are seeking your true nature, dear reader, then you are ready.